Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who video in my series of ranking every single season and series of Doctor Who from 1963 down to 2023. And we are now in third place. So yes, we're nearly at the number one, my all-time favourite season of Doctor Who of all time. And third place, this one is an actually incredible season. It's one of my favourite seasons. I mean, come on, it's one of my favourites. It is in third place. What can I say about this season? Well, it was broadcast from the 28th of December 1974 to the 10th of May 1975. It is season 12, Tom Baker's debut season as the fourth incarnation of the Doctor. And my God, this season is literally one of the best seasons in Doctor Who history. Out of the top three, this is, I mean, come on, this has made it into third place. Normally, I would have put this into second place, but there's two I really do enjoy a lot more. So, let's dive into it. Season 12, we contain over 20 episodes in 5 incredible stories, which is, of course, as we all know, we have the most fantastic debut story to any Doctor, aka Robot. And then, of course, we have the fantastic story, aka The Ark in Space. Then, of course, Santaren Experiment, Genesis of the Daleks, and then, of course, the return of the Cybermen since 1968 story, The Invasion in Revenge of the Cybermen. Now, this season, it is absolutely a great one because, one, we only have one story with Unit in this one until we get to the next season, aka season 13, which is very, very high up, and that season kind of has, like, three or two stories in that season. I'll talk about that when I get to season 13. This season, it is Tom Baker's debut season. We have Ian Marter as Harry Sullivan, who basically is the Doctor's companion during this whole season. We also have Elizabeth Sladen back for her second full season as the Doctor's companion, Sarah Jane Smith. And of course, we do have some guest casts in this one, like Nicholas Courtney for the Brigadier, John Levine as Sergeant Benton. So let's dive into season 12, shall we? So the first story is actually called Robot. So following up from the cliffhanger where you got John Pertwee regenerating to Tom Baker, and you got the Brigadier going, well, here we go again. And you just got Tom's face taken over. Tom Baker really takes over the role from John Pertwee really, really well. I have to admit, he really does take over the role really, really well. I do like the think tank villains. I really think they are absolutely good. They actually are one of the best human villains I think Doctor Who has ever done. Periodly. I really do enjoy this story, and I really love the villains. Think tank. The Professor that actually does make the K-Ron robot that goes on a murder spree for Think Tank, and then of course it returns to his creator to try and help because they've actually got him to go around killing people. Which the Professor with very, very weird type hair, very like Einstein hair, very electronic bone bits like that literally coming out, and I do like him as a character. Tom Baker has some very unique moments in this one. I mean, going from when he's picking his outfits and he comes out dressed as a Viking, and then he comes out dressed as I can say, he comes out dressed as a Viking, then a clown, and the King of Hearts from the cards, until we get him in his most iconic outfit with the long scarf, the red velvet coat kind of thing. I really love this version of the Fourth Doctor. He's really, really great in this one, and I think he's absolutely brilliant, which is the one thing I love about Tom Baker's Doctor. I have to admit, this story, is one of the best things about this entire whole story. I love the way how Tom Baker, as soon as he regenerates, goes, why is a mouse where it spins? I could never figure that one out. I tell you, Brigadier, the John Lover's Prax is large and placid and stupid. I really just love this story for Tom Baker's Doctor. He's absolutely brilliant as the Fourth Doctor. I love the way how him and Harry kind of get on. And when they're talking about taking a trip in the TARDIS, he goes, you cannot go inside the police box. And after the Doctor gives him a jelly baby, he goes, why not? Snatches out his hand, put it back in the bag. I really think that's an iconic Tom Baker thing to do. And then, of course, when Harry walks into the TARDIS, we don't actually see the TARDIS during the season, the inside. But we hear him go, oh, I say. And then, of course, they take off after the Brigadier is basically there talking to the Doctor about going for a dinner party with the Queen. And he goes, well, I will tell you that you shall be a little bit late. I really do like one. Ark in Space, this is one of my favourite stories of the season because, to be honest with you, Ark in Space, we have the introduction to the Riven, who are fantastic one-off characters. They have returned in Big Finish against the 8th Doctor in Women Drawn. I really do like the villains because these alien type like ant queen creatures, they're at war with the humans at this point when we get to Nether Beacon, and of course we have this very, very big, giant, bubble wrap green alien kind of caterpillar, which is really, really funny, to be honest with you, and you can see it. I love the way how you look like when you got people infected, like Noah, and he's just there with this green bubble wrap painted, like this bubble wrap painted green, and he's just there going... And then, of course, you do see him mutate into a Riven at the end of the story. And then, of course, he sacrifices his own life to say goodbye to Nida. The next story for that one is, of course, the Santaren Experiment, which is a nice, decent two-parter. I think this is... I mean, if you were going to think of this season, if you were going to think of this story, it's definitely the, like, ham in the middle of a sandwich. So, you've got Ark in Space that is literally just like a plain piece of bread with bread and butter, with butter on it. And then, of course, you have this as the main bit, like, say, the ham or cheese. And then, of course, the next story is the other part of the bread with butter on it. So, yeah, this story is actually like the filling between the two stories that are really, really great. I do like Steyer as a character. I really think he's brilliant. There's a little bit I'm going to tell you about the story. That Tom Baker actually broke his collarbone while filming this story. So, during part 1, he broke his collarbone. So, when they were filming the second part of the story, he was actually hiding the cast by his long scarf. So, when it came to fighting Steyer, the Santaren, it was going back and forth between Tom Baker and his double act. So, yeah, I really do like this story. It's absolutely brilliant. As I say, it's literally the filling in a sandwich. And then, of course, we have the main piece of the sandwich, another piece of bread. So what can I say about this story? Well, it is no other than Doctor Who, Genesis of the Daleks. Now, this story introduces us to Davros. We meet the Carleds, we meet the Fowls in this one as well. This is way, way before Doctor Who and the Daleks take place. We meet their creator, Davros, the Dalek creator, Davros, in the story, played by Michael Wisher. And this is an incredible 6-part story. Flat, this is an incredible 6-part story because, one, we kind of see how the Daleks were actually created, and of course we do see Davros basically mutating the Carleds into the Daleks. We do meet the Fowls yet again, and the Fowls are really, really good. I really like the way how Davros portrays the Carleds by giving them the formula to the Fowls about the Carled Dome, and then he sees them literally fire a nuclear bomb on it and goes, switch it off. I do like the way how Davros betrays the scientist people and the Daleks just exterminate Davros on the spot. I mean, Tom Baker has that iconic line where he's there literally with these 2 wires to destroy the Daleks. He goes, "Do I have the right to press these 2 wires together? And that's it. The Daleks are finished." I love the way how Sarah's there talking to him. Goes, "You must complete your mission for the top." No. I mean, there's some good things come from the Daleks. Many worlds form alliances against the Daleks. I really like the way how Tom Baker literally just says that line. Do I have the right to press these 2 wires together? And the Daleks are finished. I really love the way how Tom Baker literally gets into the zone in that story. And then, of course, he's saved by one of the mutos and goes, they're talking, and the Doctor goes, "Thank you. You had no idea what I was about to do." And he puts down the wires. And then, of course, later on in the story, when the Daleks turn against Davros and the scientists, the Doctor goes, right, I'm going to go and blow them up. And, of course, when you kind of got in a container with all these mutant Daleks, and a Dalek comes across trying to shoot the Doctor, and, of course, the Doctor pushes it onto the cables and basically blows the Dalek up, and, of course, it blows up all the new mutos. And then, of course, the Daleks get sealed in their bunker by the Fowls, and, of course, we have that iconic line saying, "We have been betrayed, not defeated. When the time is right, we will take our rightful place as the supreme powers of the universe." I love the way how the Dalek just says that, and it literally cuts to the Doctor, Sarah and Harry grabbing hold of the time ring and going back to the TARDIS. Which leads into the next story, aka Revenge of the Cybermen. So this is far, far into the Cybermen's future after the war between the humans and Cybermen, the Cyber Wars, technically. I love the way how this is orbiting the planet Voga, the planet of gold, because Cybermen are legit gold. We do find out in the story that the the Vogons were actually helping humans with their goal to make weapons for the Cybermen. So the Cybermen actually want their revenge against the planet Voga and its people, the Vogons. And by basically putting bombs on the Doctor, these two humans, and send them down with two cyber units with a bomb holding, and they're trying to get into the planet's core so they can actually blow up. And then, of course, Harry does actually stop that. And, of course, the fourth Doctor goes, Harry, did you make that landslide happen? Yes, I did, Doctor. Harry Sullivan is an imbecile! I really love that line from Tom Baker. It's such a good Doctor moment. I love the way how the Doctor is there because he finds out later on that Sarah's gone to warn him because they think he's on there for beacon about the Vogan rocket that we're going to use to literally use to destroy Nether Beacon. But then, of course, the Cybermen are on there, and of course, you know, Sarah goes, no. And then, of course, the Doctor just goes to rescue Sarah, and he gets caught by the Cyber Leader, which basically shakes him quite hard, like the way he shakes the Doctor's very, very not cyberish, not cybermanish. It's more like a human literally trying to hit the shit out of somebody, but in Cyberman style. That's why I'm saying that. I really do like the way how basically the Doctor and Sarah literally moved Nether Beacon away from the Vogan rocket, and the Vogan's rocket goes and destroys the entire cyber ship. And that's all the Cybermen finished off. And then, of course, before they can go and say goodbye to people, the TARDIS materializes. The Doctor goes in and finds out he's had a emergency, like this message come through from the Brigadier saying that they need him in Scotland ASP, which leads into the next story, aka Terror of the Zygons, because Terror of the Zygons was actually supposed to be the finale to this season, but it was pushed back to open the next season, aka season 13, which is a very good and one of the best seasons in Doctor Who, in my opinion. So yeah, that is mainly it for season 12. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of season 12? Is it one that you enjoy? Is it not one you enjoy? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe, share, and let me know in the comments as well, how do you rank all of these stories? So for me, I'm going to have to say in 5th place, it's got to be Robot, followed by the Santaren Experiment, and then of course followed by Revenge of the Cybermen, followed by the Ark in Space, and then my number 1 story from the season is Genesis of the Daleks. So let me know how you rank all of these stories in this season. Thank you for watching, and have a cracking day, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and stay absolutely amazing.